Here I am is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for the I am name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the I am forever. Psalms chapter 23. Deliver me from the hands of evil spirits who have swayed the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me from thee, my God. Establish thou me and my seed, that we go not astray henceforth and forever. Jubilees chapter 12 and verse 20. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, all praises to the Most High who inhabits all things. Yes, and also we thank God for you, those of you who have been with us since the beginning, those of you who have been with us here and there's about, and those of you that are contemplating subscribing. Yes, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, share if you want to. If you feel you need to, share. And the fact is, we thank God for those of you who are about to subscribe, calling those things that are not as though they are. Yes, you're walking with Mr. Clay. I'm Mr. Clay, of course. And we're in the book of Job. That was Psalms chapter 23 we just read from. Yes, Psalms chapter 23. The book of Job, chapter 13:9, as you prepare. Now, in chapter 38, the Most High, the I Am, was speaking to Job, and all Job suffered. The Most High knew that Job was confident in that he had kept the things that were commanded of him by the Most High, even the I Am. Yes, he was most confident. And why he suffered as he did, Job really had no clue. Although he would hypothesize, his friends would hypothesize and accuse him of unrighteousness and sin, and come with their philosophies about the Most High and their observances about the Most High, but still they were speaking by another spirit. So now the Most High looks at Job and says, okay, you said you didn't sin, you know a lot about me, but this is what you don't know. And the Most High begins to name the things that Job could not even fathom. But Job listened. In chapter 39, he says, knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth? Or canst thou mark when the hinds do calf? Job, do you know these things? Canst thou number the months that they fulfill, or knowest thou the times when they bring forth? He's talking about goats. They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, and they cast out their sorrows. Any female is in sorrow when she goes through her travailing of childbirth. You don't have the market cornered there, woman. Human woman. No, you don't. Best to humble yourself in that area and just thank God you can be a part of bringing forth life after your kind, with your kind. Verse 4, their young ones are in good liking, they grow up with corn, they go forth and return not unto them. In other words, they're going their own way, just like you're young. They're going to go their own way, or they're going to live in their own tent with their wife or their husband, depending on whether they're male or female. Verse 5, who has sent out the wild ass free? A donkey is what he's talking about, for those of you who want to be, I don't know, or you can't call that politically correct because ass is the word. Or who hath loosed the bands of the wild ass? Whose house have I made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings? Yes, the Most High have done this. An animal has, many of them have no covering but just the sky and the earth beneath their feet. No blankets, no caves, but God gives them a covering, even their coats. Verse 7, he scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pleasure, and he searches after every green thing. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Most would say the unicorn in this sense would be the rhinoceros. Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow, or will harrow the valleys after thee? Wilt thou trust him, because his strength is great? There's another clue that this is the rhinoceros. His strength is great, not just a horse. That's pagan talk. Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him, that he will bring home thy seed, or gather it to the barn? No, you cannot tame a rhinoceros. Not to that extent. It never has been done, to my knowledge. Verse 13, givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? Said, see what I've done, Job? Can you even fathom these things? Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beasts may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not her. Her labor is in vain without fear. In other words, I have taken the fear of the predator from her, that she may lay her eggs in a secure place, but in peace. But God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted her understanding. Not as human beings, no. What time she lifted up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Come on, Job, you know me, you know everything about me. Hast thou closed his neck with thunder? Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? Or the glory of his nostril is terrible. He paweth in the valley and rejoiceth in his strength. He goes on to meet the armed men. He mocketh at fear and is not affrighted. Neither turn he back from the sword. The quiver ratteth against him, and the glittering spear and the shield. He swallowed the ground with fierceness and rage. Neither believeth he that it is the sound of the trumpet. Just a simple horse. Joe, how do you know how I designed this horse to be as he is? God is very wise, very intricate in his design of organic things and inorganic things. Yes. Oh, if you just sit back and just get back from all your technology and all the things that we have invented and see, the electric lights, the high rises, the pretty apartments, and your home so decorated with glittering nothing. A regular mud hut is more efficient than the modern home because it costs nothing to cool and it costs just as much or nothing to heat. Isn't God so good and simple? Yes. And then they can live on it without even paying taxes. So how much technology do you have? I think it's more foolish than it is technology. But nevertheless, the quiver ratteth against them, and glittered spears and shield. He swallowed the ground with fierceness and rage, neither believeth he that it is the sound of the trumpet. He saith among the trumpets, ha ha! And he smelleth the battle afar off, the thunder of the captains, and the shouting. Doth the hawk fly by thy wisdom, or stretch her wings toward the south? Now he gets back to the hawk. how the hawk can fly with those great big wings. How I designed these things, Job. What can you do, Job? Do you know me in this capacity? Do you know how I did this? Does the eagle mount up at the command and make her nest on high? She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock, and the strong place. From thence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. Yes, the Most High has spoken, and these things were so. Even before man was even formed, the Most High, in his artistic and his most poetic way, artistically poetic, is the creation and the formation of the organic beings and the inorganic rock formations and mountains and even the bottom of the sea, even the lava that froze up out of the volcanoes. It all declares praise and the majesty and so much of the Most High, the power and the might, just on our level. But then if we was to go to outer space, the beauty of the stars and just the formations and how they direct the mariner toward his destination. How we can just sit back and just praise our God. Yes, he is beautiful in all the ways that the I Am have are beautiful. But yet we cannot fathom them all. And yet he tells Job, from thence she seeketh prey, and her eyes behold afar off. Who gives this hawk the eyesight that she has to go after her prey? He even told one of the prophets, I make the eyes. I can make you see far. I can make you see close. And he has done it for most of us. But yet it's the Most High that does these things, that where the eye just absorbs the colors. It's mind-boggling how these things work. Science has a clue of the laws that work with this, but we're experiencing these things every day. To speak as wind passes through our throats and through our voices and tighten muscles, and we learn how to control it and how it comes out into a language or languages if we know how to speak them, and our thinking, and everything works together. So what we see, we can speak. What we hear, we can speak. We can taste what we see, and it's just so much. Job, do you know me? But yet the Most High says, don't glory in your wisdom, neither in your might, but glory in this, that you understand and know me. It's paraphrasing. And if we keep the commandments, ordinances, laws, and statutes, yes, it is testimony that we do know the Most High, and that the Most High is terrible, or great, and almighty, and all wise, and our trust relies in him. Therefore, we keep those things that are charged unto us. And if we do, we will have